A game jam is an event where developers are challenged to create a game in a short amount of time, usually with a given theme. 2 months ago, in December, it was winter break and I had nothing else to do, so I decided I wanted to learn Godot, the game engine, which is a tool to make games. Before this, I only had a little taste of Unity and some experience in Roblox Studios, but Godot was just like a whole nother beast. Anyhow, I set myself a goal to complete a game jam. But before that, I had to learn Godot first. I started with the basics and followed some tutorials. And with the knowledge that these tutorials gave me, I made this pretty scuffed Flappy Bird clone. And after that, an actually pretty decent asteroid shooter dodging game. With those tiny games under my belt, I was finally confident enough to join a game jam. Okay, maybe not that confident. For me, the goal was just to complete a game jam. The placement wasn't the important part. The important part was the experience. Anyhow, I checked itch.io for any upcoming game jams, and I saw that the Brainless Game Jam was going to begin soon, which is a game jam hosted by the game dev YouTuber Brainless. His videos are really good, and if you're starting game dev, you gotta check him out. Anyhow, I quickly signed up for the game jam. Skipping to the start of the game jam, we were given 1 week to complete a game. The theme given was simpler times, and that gave me a few ideas. The one I decided to go with was a simple hand-drawn flash game platformer, just like Super Meat Boy with like momentum stuff. Basically just a throwback to old flash games. With that idea in mind, I started to work, and completely forgot I can't draw for shit. I definitely knew this idea had to change. I mean, do you see this circle, dude? Yeah, the hand-drawn aesthetic wasn't gonna work. While I was thinking of another idea, it finally hit me. What if it wasn't just a simple throwback to flash game times? What if the player actually gets thrown all the way back to the times of Windows 95? And the goal is to make it back to the present. That idea instantly clicked, and I got to work on the Windows 95 aesthetic, and you worked the hand-drawn style. I was mostly just setting up things and figuring out movement like jumping, grappling, and how the player actually feels to control. A lot of this was just testing stuff and tweaking values just to get the movement feel right. After that, I focused on making the game look good. I found some Windows 95 inspired assets and I used those as my platforms. Thanks MacroVector, very cool. Then I added some animations and made the camera more dynamic to add some juice. This is also where I added sound effects and some post-processing, and it's actually a night and day difference. Post-processing is so peak. Then I added menus and just cranked out levels. I was originally thinking maybe 15 levels, but then it somehow ended up with 20 levels because I thought it could be more difficult, and now the last level is actually impossible. Then I made an opening scene and an ending scene using Godot's built-in animation player. Lastly, I just did some last polishing and playtesting, adjusting certain levels. And finally, I was done. Or so I thought. When I exported my game to itch.io, for some reason, it would always crash. I spent an hour and a half trying to figure out why it kept crashing, only to find out all I had to do was click a single button to make music streaming mode. An hour and a half of debugging just to find out the solution was a single button that I had to press. Now that I had that actually working, all that was left to do is make the game page, and I was done. 1 week later, when I was casually checking my Discord, I got a ping on the Brainless server, and so I went to go check it out. Losing by 0.01? What? I went to check what the message was replying to. Then I saw it. I got first place. How? Dog, I was bewildered, bamboozled, confused, everything like, what? How? There were 315 games submitted for the Brainless Game Jam. So many of them were genuinely really good. I would have been happy if at least hey, I got top 50, but no, that's actually insane. It goes without saying though, the point of the game jam is to challenge yourself. Just participating, seeing all the other games, and actually finishing a game is already a really big W. Big congratulations to everyone who participated. There were so many cool submissions, and it's honestly wild to see mine getting noticed on top of all of that. All in all, I definitely feel proud of what I made. I learned a lot while developing my game, and if you're even a little interested in joining a game jam but you're unsure, I highly encourage you to just do it. Making a game is very rewarding, and remember, it's about the experience. So long as you learn something along the way, that's the biggest W you can get. Very big thanks to everyone who played and rated the game, and to Brainless for hosting the game jam. If you'd like to check out the game, the link is in the description below.